Good day. On behalf of Syndicate 7, I am Pindile Phiri. This report will consult Pick n Pay's financial statements and evaluate the application of key trends that are shaping the financial reporting landscape, focusing on ethical statements made by the Board of Directors in terms of the board's and company's responsibilities. The board is confident that the group's governance framework, supported by its board committees and related administrative structures and compliance processes, focusing on the 4 pillars of the King 4 report, which are namely effective control, legitimacy, good performance and value creation, along with ethical culture, contributing to sustainable value creation by driving the following: accountability to stakeholders, sound leadership and effective decision-making, strong risk management and mitigation, comprehensive and transparent integrated reporting, remuneration policies that aim to build a winning team through the development and retention of the top talent, and through incentivizing in line with the group's strategic and transformative objectives. An analysis of the business model of Pick n Pay will be conducted using the PESTEL framework. PESTEL analysis offers a structured approach to understanding the multifaceted external factors that influence the retail sector in South Africa, enabling the retailer to make informed strategic decisions and stay resilient in a dynamic market. I will now hand over to Daniel to take us through some of the political factors.
Political is one of the major parts of the PESTEL tool. We will have a closer look at the political aspect of Pick n Pay and examine how the political factors may influence their operations. Pick n Pay is a retail group who operates in various countries and must operate in each country's political environment. These factors include government stability, trade policies, trade disputes, export initiatives, and government policies. With regards to government stability, political instability is a harmful event for growth. Frequent changes in policy by the government may lead to times of uncertainty and will influence investment decisions. When there is an instability within the political environment, this may lead to a disruption of the supply chain. With regards to trade policies, about import and export regulations, including requirements for documentation and product standards, will influence the efficiency of the supply chain of Pick n Pay. Currency influctuations like exchange rates or exchange controls may impact the cost of important items and will have uh, an effect on the decisions and strategies for purchasing. With regards to trade disputes, disputes between countries may occur of implementing tariffs which will be perceived as unfair. This may lead to a disruption in the supply chain, resulting in an increase in purchasing price for Pick n Pay. Relationships with suppliers in other countries must be managed to mitigate risks. With regards to export initiatives, the government must support export industries because they could create expansion of opportunities for Pick n Pay outside of the borders of South Africa. This will contribute to the growth strategy of Pick n Pay. With regards to government policies, taxation and labor law policies will have a significant impact on the retail sector. Changes within these policies will have a direct impact on profit margins, operating costs, and the strategies of Pick n Pay. Pick n Pay must have strategic meetings regularly to adapt to these changes. I'm handing now over to Gugu to take us through some economic factors. Thank you.
We will now be focusing on the second factor of the PESTEL analysis, which is the economic factor. It is no doubt that the economy has such a significant impact on all businesses, significantly the retail space, and that is Pick n Pay. The economic environment significantly impacts Pick n Pay business operations and strategic planning. By monitoring and responding to key economic indicators such as economic growth, consumer spending, employment levels, exchange rates, interest rates, market competition, and operational costs, Pick n Pay can navigate economic challenges and capitalize on opportunities to sustain and enhance its market position. I am now handing over to my colleague Devashni.
Good day. I will be focusing on the social factors. Pick n Pay is heavily influenced by a range of social factors. These factors shape how the consumer behaves, it affects the market strategies, and the overall business operations. Some of the key social factors in South Africa that influence Pick n Pay are as follows. Firstly, change in demographics. As a nation, South Africa's population is increasing rapidly, and this changes the demand for essential product services and which increases the customer base for Pick n Pay. Secondly, the inequality in terms of the distribution of income. Thirdly, a shift in consumer preferences and behaviors. With social media trends and customer demands, the preferences have shifted to ensure there's more healthy and different food categories that are required. Diversity in cultures. As a diverse country, the need to cater for a variety of people is important in the food industry. Lastly, looking at the community engagement and social responsibility, Pick n Pay is currently on par with their social responsibilities. By adapting to demographic changes, economic conditions, cultural diversity, as well as evolving customer preferences, Pick n Pay can effectively meet the need of its diverse customer base. Thank you.
Good day. I'll be discussing technological factors. The first component is automation and artificial intelligence. In the retail industry, perishable foods are often subjected to wastage if demand forecasting is inaccurate, resulting in negative cost implications and profitability. With automation and artificial intelligence, this can aid in operational processes to improve the accuracy of demand forecasting and having a positive impact on profitability. From an e-commerce perspective, we're seeing a shift from brick and mortar stores towards e-commerce platforms and marketplaces where customers are utilizing mobile applications to order their groceries via either delivery or click and collect services. From a big data and analytics perspective, this has optimization effects across all functional areas of the retail business. Predictive analytics allows the organizations to assess store performances as well as individual performances, where prescriptive analytics allows for better targeting of audiences and customers to provide bespoke services. And lastly, from a payment alternative perspective, consumers are under severe pressure in South Africa, and buy now, pay later capabilities that allow customers to shop for goods and pay over a set number of installments, interest-free, are on the rise and are seeing good growth within the retail sector. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashlyn. The legal factors in the pistons plays an important role in how Pick n Pay should operate. Amongst other legal factors are Consumer Protection Act, competition regulations, and health and safety regulations. Complying with these legal factors will help Pick n Pay to avoid legal pitfalls. Pick n Pay should always operate within the confines of established regulations. They play a major role in what profit the business receives, as well as consumer behavior. Failure to comply with these legal factors may lead to serious consequences that may include the loss of 10% of their profit, negative impact to their customers, as well as investors' confidence. I will now hand over to Olufemi, whom will cover the environmental factor.
The environmental analysis for the Distel. Pick n Pay has an environmental, social, and governance framework that guides Pick n Pay on the impact of its operations on the environment, society, and economy. The first factor that we'll be evaluating is the net carbon zero target by 2050 in its operations. Pick and Pay recently signed an agreement with Mercedes to ensure emission reduction in movement of goods nationally. A POC that gas-driven trucks and solar-powered Tibetan refrigerant trucks, their target is to cut carbon emissions by 60% by the year 2050. And they have recently also installed 22 natural refrigerant systems in their Pick and Pay operations nationally. The next factor is reduction of average packaging weight for Pick and Pay brand products, the recycling of the material used for packaging. One of the targets they have achieved is 27.5 reduction in terms of their weight of packaging compared to previous years. And currently, recyclable and reusable packaging are used in the packaging of Pick and Pay branded products. By 2025, they hope to target 100% success in terms of that. Energy and conservation, water conservation, and waste reduction. Currently, Pick and Pay has been able to achieve 45% energy savings in their operations, reduce water utilization by 20%, reduce food waste by 50%, and one of their targets is to achieve 75% waste reduction destined for landfill by 2025. Finally, they also want to ensure that they encourage recycling and reuse of packaging in all across their products. They have faced challenges. One of the challenges they have currently is to transit from plastic to reusable bags for packaging of goods out of the stores, and also in terms of installation of renewable in their operations to eliminate the money they're spending on diesel.